welcome to my cold journey. Whew. It's Tuesday, but it's late because I had Jacob today. Holly had to get something done to her tire and get her car inspected, and she comes up here where we've always gone, so she comes on, it still comes up here. And so she said, did I mind doing Mama Day today? And of course I didn't. And they just left, and I thought, well, I will go and check out my Senior Citizens Day. You know, I don't know what they'll have this time of day because it's like 1:15. But we got, they said it was sleet and snow mixed, but it was mostly sleet and freezing rain. And there's still some here and there, but 95% of it, 90% of it, well, like in the shady spots, but in the sun, like was hitting the tree yesterday and everything, is melted. There's like beside the truck where the sun don't get to it, there's different places like that. There's some here on the side of the road, but for the most part it's all melted. And luckily everything on my car was melted except for what was on my windshield. I think there's some up top that's probably gonna blow off. Don't nobody get too close to me, it won't hit them. But they put, oh, I'm drinking a new sherbet swirl. That's one of the flavors they brought back. It's good. That's the first time I tried it. I ordered a cotton candy. It was supposed to be delivered, but I saw today where it says it's delayed. I don't know if it's because of the storm or what. I don't know if it's still coming, actually. But, what was I saying? Oh, they're actually calling for snow this weekend at our place. I think it's something that's supposed to start on the coast of North Carolina. And I saw two, John sent me a thing, and then I saw two different models on the news this morning. One model shows it's going to come up to us in the Charlotte area, and one model says it's not going to get up to us. So it could go either way. We could get snow this weekend, or we could not get snow this weekend. Now, I know a lot of people across the country got the major storm they were predicting. They got that major storm. I was watching about Mississippi this morning. Oh my gosh, parts of Mississippi got it bad. I mean, bad. We didn't. We didn't get the brunt of it. So we got lucky. They predicted we were going to, but we didn't. So they missed it for us. But for all these other people that got it real bad, they got it real bad. There's some people out there hurting. Oh, I guess I should have pulled that down already. But David didn't work last night, and you know what? He could have. Y'all know I like to live in a cave. So I don't have my curtains open, nothing. When you're in my house, you can't see out. You have to physically go open the door or pull a curtain back or open the blind on the back door, whatever. The sliding door. We didn't do that yesterday. I looked out yesterday morning when I filmed, and then I shut it and I didn't look out anymore. Because the way they talked, it was going to be cold, wasn't nothing going anywhere, was going to stick around. And so it was 5 o'clock, and I was over there making a cup of coffee, and I thought, well, let me just look out the sliding glass door here and just see what's going on. So I did the blind just where I could look through the blind. I told David, I said, honey, I said, everything's pretty much melted. I said, go look at the front door. He said, well, it is, ain't it? I said, yeah, you could have worked. He says, yeah, I could have. Well, he didn't sleep because we didn't check because we were expecting it not to do anything. But he hadn't slept. He could not go to bed at 5, get up at 7, and go to work after he'd been up all day long. So he just called in, got him a personal day. But I mean, that's fine, but I hated he had to waste one for that when he might need it for something good. But he's working, excuse me, he's working tonight. So, okay, that scared me. That's a piece of ice coming off my car, that scared me. We watched SpongeBob today. He wanted to watch. Now, I told you last week I rented Secret Life of Pets 2, and it said I could have it for 30 days. It said you can start where you're at in 48 hours, And then it said rent for 30 days. I think what it meant was if you don't finish it in 48 hours, then you don't get to rent it for 30 days. That has to be it, because he's not going to be back like last week until this week. Obviously not 48 hours. So I didn't have it. I said, well, honey, I don't want to rent it again. He said, well, let's watch SpongeBob. So that's what we watched today. We watched the SpongeBob movie. There was one part of it where the pirate zombie, he had fire in his eyes, and he was shooting, and he melted the cage that SpongeBob and Patrick were in, and then they opened the curtain and it busted him into flames, and then he turned into a pile of ashes. Jacob said that is hilarious. We watched it like 4 or 5 times. I kept having to back it up and do it again. He said again. It's funny the things the kids think are funny. But Snoop Dogg was in that movie. I don't know which SpongeBob it is. Which SpongeBob movie it is. SpongeBob movie something. And Snoop Dogg was in it. Not as a voice, but as a Snoop Dogg singing a little short song. Keanu Reeves was in it. His name was Sage. He was this wisdom guy, guru, head in a tumbleweed. Yeah, I was trying to think, what do they call them things? In a tumbleweed. So we got through with that movie, and he wanted to watch another one. So then we put on the first SpongeBob movie. But then they finally had to go home. Holly said, well, we got to go home if you're going to play before you take a nap. He said he was not taking a nap. He said, I'm definitely not taking a nap. I said, now, Jacob, I said, that's Mommy, and Mommy set the rules. He said, Momo set the rules. I said, okay, if Momo sets the rules, then that means you have to go home and take a nap. He just looked at me like, you played me against me. He was probably thinking I was going to tell him, you don't have to take a nap. Because if he was in my house, he probably wouldn't have had to. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't go to bed last night. Holly said, she sent a snap, and then she sent another one. It was like 11:53. She said, he still is not sleepy, so we're all just having a snack. And he slept till, I think, 8:30 or something this morning. She says she didn't think that was enough as late as he went to bed. But he didn't have a lot of sugar at my house. I told her, I said, well, the sugar, anything keeps it up, but it ain't gonna be the sugar, just a moon pie. He said he had 1 Skittle. So he had 1 Skittle and a little mini moon pie. And there wasn't enough sugar in that mini moon pie to, I feel like I'm spitting every time I talk, to do anything. So I can't decide if I want to go ahead and, I mean, I got time where I have to go home and cook. I don't have to have supper ready till, well, I get David up at 7:15, so he eats about 7:40, something like that. So I got plenty of time to go to Salisbury and everything if I want to, which I just might do. I just might make my whole trip. I got to go tomorrow and get my home sleep study thing. I got to pick it up in Charlotte, not downtown Charlotte, thank goodness, and then take it back Thursday. It's the one that you do at home, you know. You put like these little things that you stick on it, and then you wear a watch, and I don't know how it's high enough technology to do anything, but they do it. So if it says I don't have sleep apnea, I can get rid of my machine. Of course, I've slept with it for so many years, over 20 years I've slept with it. So like night before last, I ran out of water. I guess it was just so dry in the room. I ran out of water in my tank, and so instead of filling it up in the middle of the night, I just took it off and finished sleeping without it, and I slept fine. So, but she did say if the home study comes back that says I don't have sleep apnea, she'll send me to the sleep lab where they put all that stuff on your head and all that, because she says she needs backup to say, okay, she does not have sleep apnea before she can say, I don't have sleep apnea. She said, and if it shows that you do have any, we'll just keep you where you're at with your same settings and everything like that. So I hope I don't have it. Last year, I did it in December. I was just, I mean, a hair away from not having it. And it's from losing weight, and I've lost more since then, so. Now, I do tend to sleep with my mouth open a lot of the times if I don't have my machine on. Listen, I laid down yesterday, took me a nap in the middle of the day. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling good. So I just went there and crawled into bed. Fell asleep for, I don't know how long I fell asleep. Woke up, I was having a blood sugar moment. I woke up dripping sweat, shaky. I get this, when I get real bad, I'll get like this bright light in front of my eye, and scared to stand up because I felt like I was going to faint. So I was yelling for David, and he couldn't hear me, and so I talked into my phone to have Alexa announce it. And I said, because I needed a Mountain Dew, just a real quick burst of sugar, and a Mountain Dew will do it. I think that's got the most sugar of all the sodas. And I keep little mini ones in my little refrigerator down there, and I couldn't get him, so I had to go get it. And oh my gosh, walking to the big room, I was scared to death I was going to fall. But I got it, and I slurped it up and laid back down, and then eventually it passed. But I used to get those when me and him worked together over at the trucking company. I used to get those quite often, and I would have to go over there, and like where he was in dispatch, I would go sit over there at his little desk. Oh, they are dead. Oh my word. Sure are. I bet there ain't nothing left up in here at this time of day. Of course, like I said, they do put stuff out all day long. But I would have to go over there, and he would go get me a Mountain Dew, and I'd have to sit there until the light thing come out of my vision, because I couldn't see what to do. So I would just lay there with my head down until it would go away. But I think it's because I ate a Pop-Tart. The Pop-Tart must have done it. That's all I can figure. Listen, I ain't been eating much in this snow. I hate to call it snow. Where you going, honey poo? Oh, she backing in. I don't back in nowhere. I'm not comfortable in my backing skills at all. Not at all. Oh, that's icy. I'm not gonna park there. I will go down here and walk in the parking lot instead of up on the icy sidewalk. I can get up on that icy sidewalk. David had to beat our porch with a sledgehammer this morning and a shovel to where we could walk on it. So anyway, well, I'm gonna run in Goodwill. I'll see you back for something. Well, they didn't have a lot of stuff, but they had one thing, and I got it to flip. Check this out. It's still got the paper on it. It's got all the pieces, the lid, the basket, the cord, and then that. It was $7.99, and it's got the spout. It says 12 to 22 cups. It's got the spout. It was $8.99, and I got 25% off of that, so I got it for $6 and some change. And I have 30 days to bring it back. So I'm gonna go home, and I'll just try it with some water just to make sure it's gonna percolate. And if it don't, then I can get my money back, because they do allow you to do that with their electronics. Now, I'm trying to think. I do have time to go to Salisbury, but I've also got time to go down here to Seavan, which is just down the road. So I might do that. There was a man in there. He spoke Spanish, but he spoke English too. And so he come up, he says, "Oh, what is that?" And I was trying to explain it to him. He said that was cool. He thought that was cool. And he showed me what he was buying. He was buying a Learn to Speak Spanish. It was in a box. I don't know if it was cassettes, DVD. I don't know what was in it. But it was Learn to Speak Spanish. He said he was giving that to his American friend. He said, I tried to teach him Spanish. But he said, I'm buying that for my American friend. I said, well, I wish I had took Spanish in high school. I took French. Spanish would do me better in today's world than French, because we have a very high Hispanic population in my town, and I could converse with a whole lot of more people knowing Spanish than knowing French. And I don't hardly remember any French, but I loved the French language. I just loved it. I know, can y'all imagine my accent speaking French or Spanish? So Saturday, if it don't snow, I've already got me and David's day planned out. I done told him. I said, road trip to Spencer, which is out beside Salisbury. My uncle sent me this thing. There's this guy around here somewhere. He goes to local eating establishments, and he sits in his car and he does a review. He sent me one from, we never go to Spencer because it's a good ways away, right? And he sent me one because he knows I eat collard green sandwiches. He was picking on me. He seen that on my Facebook. He said, you're not gonna make me eat a collard green sandwich at, it was Thanksgiving, Christmas or something. And but it's the collard green grilled cheese. It is a grilled cheese. I went and read the menu. Sourdough bread, Gouda cheese, collard greens, and bacon jam grilled. I told David, I said, I gotta have it. Gotta have the sandwich. Got to have the sandwich. So, if it ain't snowing Saturday, we are going to Spencer to get a collard green grilled cheese. They got other stuff in there. They do menu on Sundays. They call it Soulful Sunday. Just pure tea soul food. Oh my gosh. He even has one, he tried it, and it must have been a Sunday he was there, because that's when they had it. It's not on their regular menu daily. But it's cheese grits with collard greens and fried fish, fried flounder on the top. Yep. So, I don't know what David's going to get, but I know what I'm getting. And it's a bakery too. I'm not sure what they have in there bakery wise. And then the next Saturday after that, the Sunday is Holly's birthday. She said today somebody invited them to Super Bowl party. She says, well, she goes, I don't know how I'm going to spend my birthday, because that Sunday is her birthday. She says, I don't know how I'm going to spend my birthday, but it's not going to be sports related. We were laughing at her. She said, yeah, I'm not spending my birthday watching no sports. I said, well, me and her has planned a trip to Ulta. There's actually a couple things I want to get. We used to go there. It was like retail therapy for her, to a time she was going through, and we would go very, very frequently. Very frequently. I spent more money. That's when I would wear makeup. I spent more money on makeup than you should be allowed to spend. It was like an addiction for us, and we've not been in years. And I said, well, we could go Sunday. I said, but they probably want to take you to eat. She said, they probably do. I said, well, what about Saturday? I said, we can go Saturday. I said, we can go to the Mystery Box Warehouse first, and because it's in Salisbury, and then we can go to Ulta, because they got to Ulta here in Concord, but that's not our Ulta. Our Ulta is in Salisbury. We're the only one they used to be around here. She said, that sounds good. So, not this Saturday, but in 2 weeks, me and Holly's going to have a day. I'm going to tell her she's got to vlog. If she comes along, she's got to vlog. She's got to be with me. So, I'm looking forward to that, because me and my baby girl have fun when we go out together. My collar's turned up like I'm cool. We've always had, listen, our thing, whenever we would go to, Ulta, we would swing by McDonald's, get chicken nuggets, eat our chicken nuggets with our dip on the way to Ulta, and shop. And spend too much money. Yep. she's got some of my, I used to have an addiction to palettes, eyeshadow palettes. She's got a lot of mine, and then some I just donated. I just donated them. I mean, I spent bukus of money. Aren't they open? I spent bukus of money, but I mean, these things happen. I'm thinking they don't even look open. Well, guess what? They're not. Why in the world did they close up? There ain't nothing to on the roads. Oh well, that's fine. We would just hit the, go ahead. We would just hit the highway and listen, I got a new, I'm smelling it. He got back in his air fresheners today, so he gave me another one, and now I got a blow pop and a double bubble. Holly was smelling some. He had one he took out of here that he said he was leaving at my house, and Holly, he put it up to her face. She said, "Ooh, that's spicy." You couldn't smell it in the car anymore, but the actual thing still smells. Because I told you she can't stand smelling all that stuff. He gave her one. She said she got her vanilla back and she was happy. I guess she told him it had to go. I feel like I need to stop and get me something to eat. Because I had breakfast, I hadn't had nothing since, and that was a, like, way early in the middle of the, actually in the middle of the night. Because I woke up about, what time did I get up? I don't know, but I got up, David had got up, and I was in there, and I don't normally eat when I get up in the middle of the night, but for some reason I was just starving. I guess because I didn't eat much yesterday, and I was just starving, so I made me a fried bologna cheese sandwich. And then that's all I had, and that was in the middle of the night. So I didn't really have breakfast. So, oh my nose. I guess I should be hungry. All right, well, I'll quit jabberjawing and come back when I got something. Okay, well, I made my stops, and I'm here at my last stop. My hair stick, that wind is blowing, it's making my hair stick up every which way. I felt it. Oh, I bet I just put static in it too. Oh gosh, it feels like it's sticking up. It is right there, look, look. See that? That's what I should do. But I didn't film anything. I thought, well, I'll just film it here and show you what I got. So what I just got in here just now is this $4 candle. Oh my gosh, it's pumpkin pecan waffles. I don't never care the brand. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. I was standing up there, and the little girl says, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm doing good." I said, "You'll be doing better as soon as you smell this." She says, "Ooh, that smells good." So we were talking. I was there looking. I said, "Ooh, that's Bath and Body Works. That's gonna be a good candle right there. $4. Oh my gosh, that smell! I wish y'all could smell that. So that's what I got at this Goodwill. And then, oh, the other Goodwill. And now, all I can say is, it's just hard for some leopards to change their spots. This wraps around and ties around, right? It's a little journal. Perfect junk journal. I'm not junk journaling, I couldn't tell you when, but like I said, it is hard for a leopard to change her spots. And it was $2. So, I got it. And then at Nazareth, I got this to sell. It's just like my Tar Heels. This is State, so they're rivals, which is so funny. This is NC State, and it's just like the two Tar Heel ones I got this weekend. So I got that, and I was watching something, and different reels and things, they tell you what to get, what not to pass up if you find it. And one of it is good cookware. So I looked this up. This Cordon Bleu Temp Tone. It's a good brand to sell. And I give $6 for this, and I will definitely get my money back out of that. So that's all. That's all I bought today. I bought me 2 things, and the rest is eBay things. Let me see anybody behind me. I tell you, I do get nervous when I start backing out places. I ain't going nowhere else. I gotta go home and call this lady. The bubbliest, way yonder, too much personality on the telephone. Isn't that terrible to say? Oh my gosh. She needs to take it down a notch. She's got like sitting on a sunshine up her butt. I'm just telling you, I ain't never ever talked to nobody so darn bubbly on the phone. When I talked to her in person the first time, well, not in person, but I actually talked to her on the phone. She was that way. She was the same way when she just left her message, because I was out and about and I couldn't answer while I was in the store. And she's just calling to make sure I'm gonna come tomorrow, pick up my sleeping thing, and make sure I have the address and all that. And oh my gosh, the bubbliness. That is, this sounds rude. That is not something you want to hear as soon as you wake up in the morning. Listen, I'm fine in the mornings these days. Back in the day, no ma'am. Not a morning person, no ma'am. I don't know, not a morning person. I was ticked off as soon as my eyes opened. I was ticked off, period. But I'm good now, so, which, good for David, right? He said he was going to bed early today, because he was up last night. He said at 2:30, so he'll be in bed when I get back. This is his Monday, since he didn't work last night. This is his Monday, so he did his laundry today. He normally goes to bed at 4, but he said he think he was going to go to bed at like 2, so he must be real tired. Oh no. Oh, so I don't think I got nothing else. Was there anything else I was gonna tell y'all? Y'all know I can't never keep up with what I'm gonna tell y'all, but I ain't gonna tell y'all. That was good, that sherbet swirl. Oh, I did get me a hamburger from Wendy's. Eat part of it going to Salisbury, part of it coming back from Salisbury. No cheese, no tomato. I don't like tomato on hamburgers, because to me, I'll eat a tomato sandwich, but I don't want a tomato on any other sandwich, especially not a hamburger. To me, it dilutes down the taste of everything when you eat that tomato, and I don't want cheese on my hamburgers. Very rare occasion do I want a cheeseburger. Very rare. I like hamburgers without cheese. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I always, when I order my Whataburger, I've never said no tomato. I just order a Whataburger. It comes with tomato. I always pick it off and give it to David. I'm like, why do I never just say Whataburger, no tomato? Why? Why? I'm 63 years old. Why have I never said that? Who knows? And before David will take it, if he don't have nothing to put it on, I just throw it away. I know it's stupid. You should say Whataburger, no tomato. I ordered a Whataburger with extra onion one time, because sometimes, see, they give you slabs, not little ringlets, slabs. Well, sometimes they get kind of skimpy on their slabs. I mean, when I want a Whataburger, I want some onion. I want that slab. So I ordered extra onion one time just to make sure, because I was really wanting that onion. It was so thick I hardly couldn't bite it. I told David, I said, I ain't doing that again. Because you don't know, hit or miss, if it's going to be a thick one or not, you know. So anyway, well, I'm almost home. I gotta call that lady and kick back and do nothing except cook supper. Listen, I've been lazy these days. Lazy. Excuse me. So this is, you'll be seeing this Thursday, so come back and see me tomorrow for a weigh-in. So see you then.